What about Illuminati? Are you looking for people yet?
We are. Most people get more than 6 figures.
More than 6 figures. What type of people are you looking for? Give them the microphone. Oh, you come up here, miss. You come up here. What kind of positions are you looking for?
Mechanical engineering, process engineering.
So you're looking for engineers for the most part?
Also, I need more technicians than anything else.
How much does a technician make?
50 to 78, depending on their skill level.
50 to 78, okay. All right, you come say what you wanted to say.
We can't find enough qualified jobs, so we're actually partnering with another company to bring their 200 employees in. So I wish I didn't have to do that.
We don't want you to do that. We want you to use the resources that we're trying to develop here on Long Island. We're trying to make this a more attractive place for your business and for the long-term future. It'll help your industry, and it'll help all of us who live here if we can define this cluster of people so that there becomes a place where I went to Telephonics the other day. And people were older people for the most part. Everybody on the floor was an older person. There were very few young people there. And I'm sure that goes
Everyone's
on
retiring.
Right?
Okay, so we've got this problem, right? There's a skills gap, everyone's retiring. The high school students don't really seem interested in the trades for whatever reason, or they're not exposed to it enough. I'm in conversation now. I've set up a meeting with the principal of Valley Stream North High School. I'm a fabrication welder. I've been working for a small company for 2 years. I'm an American Welding Society certified welder plate, so I can go work in the city building, structural buildings. I'm also testing now my 6G to get into the Boilermakers Union. I have girlfriends that are union iron workers, union electricians, union plumbers. So I'm actually actively setting up a career and construction trades learning day at North High School, Valley Stream. I'm going to try to do this at all the Valley Stream high schools. So that's already in action right now. And I think as an potential employee, it's extremely frustrating for me personally when I would love to learn CNC programming. I would love to learn G code, M code, manual machining. The problem that I see as an employee, as a welder, and conversations I keep hearing with contractors all the time is, we need skilled labor. Where's all this skilled labor? Everyone's retiring. We're already short 300,000 welders in the United States right now. So my qualm, I guess you could call it, is that I want to know, is the industry willing to train? We're talking about internships, apprenticeships. That needs to happen. There also needs to be funding for education in New York State to do this, to do, continued funding, obviously, for BOCES is up and running. But the specific manual machining, G code, M code, what we could do at the high school level, I think. I used to live in Boston, and they had this free space where there was Arduino being taught, which is 3D printing. You could get these companies to donate something like Arduino and train the tech teachers. Right, okay, but I'm saying on the high school level. Right, so what I'm saying is you can start, you guys need tech people, you guys need manual machinists through BOCES, but if you can implement it directly into the high schools, if you can start teaching G code and M code for the CNC programming in the high school itself, if there's funding for that. It comes down to funding, training, having the experts to teach it to the students. But I'm going to start with North High School. This is happening in September. I'm in conversation with the principal now. So that's happening in September, and I'm happy to continue doing that with my group of female trades, union apprentices and journeywomen. I would like to do that at all the high schools on Long Island. I think that would be great, and you guys threw around the word sexy, and I guess that female tradeswomen are sexy, I think so. So if that's a way to get high school students interested in the trades and the union, if we can find some sexy machinists and sexy CNC programmers, send them my way, and they can come with us when we present at these high schools. But I feel very strongly about promoting welding, the trades, these things that we do need on Long Island.
Okay, good. Yeah. All right, that's very good. Let me just say that our office has received several resumes from college graduates looking for work in this industry who say they can't find jobs on Long Island. So let's get those resumes. What are we going to do with these resumes? Let's send them out to. So anybody who wants to get resumes of people, let us know. I mean, just the fact that we're getting press on this is a good way to start promoting this idea. I want to just make a point to the educators for a second. You know, and I did, when I was county executive, when I saw a problem in the school districts, I would focus on the worst performing school districts, okay? So it's typically Roosevelt, Hempstead, Wyandanch, school districts, okay? The next tier up of those school districts are places like where I'm from, Glen Cove, and I'm sure Valley Stream is an example of that, are like these school districts that are challenging, but they're challenged. They have diverse populations of Latinos, African Americans, but also Italian immigrants and Polish immigrants, and blue collar, long-time resident, not going to college students at these school districts. We need to be focusing on that. That's the whole population that's been ignored. That's where our country is failing, quite frankly, is that whole segment of people. We've all focused on the people that are the very, very poorest, and the problem here. We've got this whole group of, we got to rebuild the middle class again. And that's a group of people that we need to be focused on as well. So I want to encourage anybody who's interested of your old different groups who wants to come and help get the Glen Cove School District involved. I will personally take you there. When we think about our school districts, if you go to Syosset, or you go to Great Neck, or you go to Plainview even, or go to these different school districts, they're really not going to go into the trade schools, okay? They're really being pushed to go to the Ivy League schools, okay? We need to figure out that middle group of school districts that we need to be giving attention to try and make these trades attractive. So, will another employer tell me what they're thinking from their perspective? Yeah. I really want to hear from the employer. Because what I feel is that you guys are really I feel the educators are really doing a great job. You've really been thinking about this. You've been working on it. You've got these programs going on. There's state funding. There's federal funding. It's all being threatened right now. There's all these things happening. You think about it all the time. The problem is the marketing of it to get the kids to be interested in it, number one. So we got to market it better to the kids, which we can do as part of our high-tech island concept. And two is connecting all the great work that you're doing to the people that actually really need it in real life. So I really want to hear from the industry people as much as possible.
Thank you so much, and I think that having a forum like this is really important, because the one question you keep asking all of us is, you know, how do we connect? How do we do it? And thank you for having the educators here, because that's what I wanted to focus on, is educating. We need to educate the manufacturers of what's out there, and a forum like this helps. But we also have to focus on educating the parents and the school districts, because working with Rosalie and WDI, that's what we found. The school districts, that's South Huntington,
WDI is
Workforce Development, that those parents, those teachers, those administrators, and the students came in wide-eyed because they didn't realize what manufacturing is. And we focused on saying manufacturing is not dead on Long Island. It's not a dirty job. But informing them and educating the parents and those administrators helps that, and then educating the employers as to what are the things that are out there. Right now we're working very closely with John Lombardo and Suffolk Community College, something that was an outstanding opportunity for us. We took the time to go visit the course that was being held. It was a six-week course. Our HR manager and some of our staff went there, actually saw the students working on the machinery. It was a CNC class, working on the machinery. We did on-site interviews, and we've already interviewed and ready to make offers for 4 of those people coming out of that program. That's outstanding. I don't know if anybody is aware of that program, but until John and I started having some conversation, we weren't educated about it. So it's kind of educating on all levels. Schools, because a student, they're going to ask their parent, they're going to ask a guidance counselor. If we don't educate them what's out there, we're lost. We can make it sexy to the students, But the people that are giving the guidance, we need to make sure that we educate them. So there's opportunities out there, but forums like this are very, very important.
So, thank you. Where are you guys located? Nobody's in my district. Killing me. Huh? Companies in my district. Okay. So, you know, what I really envision that we really need, or something we need to do is, so the first thing is, you know, having the list of the educator list and the employer list. There's got to be some sort of portal where there's constantly a job connection. Like we have jobs available. Hey, we've got people working on that stuff, and some place where you can connect and then it becomes competitive. You know, who's getting the best people? You know, because they're trying harder to market to that group of people because we want the best people. We don't want the other guys to get the best people. Then everybody's fighting with each other and increases wages and all that kind of stuff. The second thing I envision is that we really need to do is we need to find cool-looking stuff that's going on. Like we see in commercials, like the governor does commercials for statewide, and you see, you know, the robotic arm coming in, the sparks are flying, and, you know, that kind of thing. But, you know, there's cool-looking stuff in here, such cool-looking equipment in here, and there's interesting stuff that's going on here. We need to create a video that talks about, you know, look what's going on High Tech Island. You know, be a part of it. And that video should be designed, you know, jobs available, call so-and-so. And so, you know, you're ready to start your career today, you know, High Tech Island is looking for blah, 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 blah. And so we create this interesting video